We moved into our house in McCracken County in the fall of 2017. It was nothing fancy, an old farmhouse, about 100 years old, with peeling paint, creaky floors, and a lot of charm. We were excited. My husband Dale had grown up in Kentucky, and I was ready to raise our son Cody somewhere quieter than our old place in Illinois. For the first few months, everything was fine. Cody was happy. He had just turned 6, full of energy and imagination. Then, sometime after Christmas, he started talking about someone named Man. At first, we thought it was a phase, an imaginary friend. Man likes to play with me, he said. Man watches me while I sleep. We laughed it off. What 6-year-old doesn't make up stories? But then Cody's behavior started to change. He became angry, violent, even. He'd scream at me and Dale, call us horrible names he shouldn't even know. He started having night terrors. He'd wake up covered in sweat, sobbing, saying, Man was hurting me again. I was the first to worry. Dale just thought Cody was acting out. Too much screen time, he said. Too many scary stories at school. But I knew my son. Something was wrong. One day, Cody sat on the porch and said, with no emotion, Man died in this house. He was tied up. He cried for his mama, but she never came. She let him die. I still get chills thinking about that. It wasn't just the words, it was the way he said them. Like someone else was speaking through him. That night, I searched the property records. There was nothing, no mention of deaths, no crime reports. But when I spoke to our elderly neighbor, Miss Evelyn, she looked pale. Oh, honey, she said, they never talked about that little boy. Folks just wanted to forget. That was enough for me. I reached out to a Cherokee spiritual healer from Paducah. His name was Silas. He came a few days later with a drum, sage, and prayer beads. He said the house had a hole, a place where something dark had gotten through. He performed a cleansing. Cody was calm for weeks afterward. We thought it was over. Then 3 months later, everything came back worse. Cody stopped talking during the day, but at night we'd hear him whispering. I once opened his door and saw him sitting upright in bed, staring at the corner and grinning. There was nothing there, but the air felt wrong, heavy. One night, I'd had enough. I crept into his room after everyone was asleep. I sat by the closet, the one Cody said Man came from. I said out loud, Show yourself. Something did. It wasn't a child. It was a man-shaped thing, twisted and wrong, skin stretched over bones like wet paper. Its face was too long, eyes black, mouth smiling far too wide. It lunged at me. I screamed and scrambled out of the room, waking Dale. He believed me then. He couldn't unsee the scratches on my back or the scorch marks on Cody's windowsill. I didn't sleep after that. I prayed. I cried. And then I called Silas again. He came the next day. This time, the cleansing was different, more intense. He said this wasn't the ghost of a child. This was a demon. One that wore the mask of a little boy to worm its way into my son's soul. The air turned bitter. Lights exploded. Silas chanted for what felt like hours. I prayed harder than I ever had in my life. The thing didn't show itself again, not physically, but I felt it. And at one point, I swear I heard it whisper in my ear, I'll come back for him and for you. And then it was gone. Cody returned to normal in the weeks after. No more whispers. No more screams. He even started sleeping with his bedroom door closed again. But me, I never truly rested. I still keep a crucifix above every doorway. I keep a pouch of sage in my purse. And I sleep with a flashlight and a Bible by my bed because I know what I saw. And I know Man isn't finished.